I went to Ghana to help teach children in poverty English and maths, and also I helped build a toilet facility in one of their schools. We were travelling to one of the richer places in Ghana, so they actually had like proper buildings and all this, but they also had all the kind of shacks around it as well. But there was one hotel that was alright, and we stayed there and had English food instead of like chicken and rice all the time. It was pretty nice. We were there for 2 days on Saturday and Sunday, and then we came back on Sunday night. Not really. The guy seemed like a normal coach driver, like a happy Ghanaian guy. Like most people over there, they're actually really nice and like welcoming people, and he was just welcoming them onto his coach, so he seemed pretty normal. The coach had about 50 people, and it was pretty full up. Everyone that I'd actually I know and I talked to from being on the trip, but before we stopped, everything seemed pretty normal, like a normal coach trip, at least for in Ghana anyway. I think me and everyone else started to realise when he drove out the petrol station and he started going down the wrong side of the road, we were like, oh, maybe he's trying to just get past some of this traffic. There's maybe not much oncoming traffic, but apparently, no, he was just driving straight into oncoming traffic, just with his horn on. He just kept going and going and going, and he never actually pulled in because there was nowhere to even pull in. He just kept going, and everyone kept trying to just swerve out of the way. It was pretty spooky. I was pretty tired as well as my mum, so we were just sitting there kind of like, oh, if he crashes, he's going to kill himself and probably the person driving, but we're going to be swell, so it's fine. But everyone else was kind of, I think, pretty scared because there was a lot of women just started crying like, oh, I don't want to die, I'm too young to die and all this. To be honest, I think they were just, because it's like in England, if you crash your car in England, you're probably going to die if you're going fast. But in Ghana, there's so much that, like, the roads make you go slower. If you crash into someone, it's not, you're in a coach, so basically anyone, like the driver is probably going to get killed if you crash, but that's irrelevant. They were pretty scared, yeah. People kept asking him to stop, but he wouldn't listen to just like stop. You're driving like a retard. So basically, everyone said, "Yo, we need to go get some food and go to the toilet." So he eventually stopped after about 20 minutes of driving down the wrong side of the road with just his horn full blare. We went to get some food and all that, and some people were still crying like, "Oh, I'm never getting back on that coach again," because they genuinely felt like they were going to get killed. But they called up the company that had the guy driving, and they were like, "Yo, if you stay here, you're probably, because it was like a shady part of Ghana, you're probably going to get robbed or killed." So eventually, after a few, like about 20 minutes of arguing, like they wouldn't get back on, but eventually they got back on because they didn't want to get like mugged. So yeah, that's basically. After I got off the coach, I was feeling the same as before because I was kind of in and out of sleep the whole time. But after a few minutes of actually sitting down and being like, oh, I could have actually maybe died there. So that was a close call. I mean, it kind of hit me like, oh, I can see why all these other people were pretty scared. I guess it was just because I was feeling tired. I wasn't really in it. So yeah, they were kind of, after like the next 2 days, they were scared to get in cars or any type of coach that would take them around Ghana, because obviously they could have a driver that was similar who could put them in that kind of danger again, and they just didn't want that. So they kind of found themselves only going in coaches with the drivers they knew. So it kind of affected the whole thing after that. But after like a week or so, about a week, they kind of forgot about it. It was just a little thing.